Good morning from Nova Scotia. It's just about 7 a.m. right now. I'm getting this laid out. I want to build some trellises today. So full disclosure, I usually pay zero money for my trellises. However, last year I did them out of these trampoline poles, which I've started putting them up. And I used some metal rebar, like for concrete mesh, that we've had laying around for a few years. Now we're going to use the concrete mesh this year. And also it was getting difficult to work with because it was so bent. So I decided to splash down some cash. It's very unlike me. But I bought this from Princess Auto. So it's 4 feet wide, 100 feet long. It's a 2x4 mesh for just like any animal fencing. So this is what I'm going to use. So I have 4 trellises I need to make. They're all between 20 and 25 feet long. So it's first thing in the morning here. Just took my garbage down. So I thought I'd unroll this fencing. So I have an umbrella thing, and this is a thing of rocks. I'm just going to try to flatten it a little bit. So I just rolled it out. This is the longest stretch of lawn we have. Now this is where our swing set used to be. So the weeds are it used to be all wood chipped here. So the weeds are kind of starting to take over. But sort of our plan is to sort of rough all this up and reseed it in the fall. Anyway, that's another day. So right now, I'm just letting this flatten out. My kids are getting ready for school right now. Once I come back from taking the dog for a walk, I'm going to take some measurements and see if we can't get some trellising put up. So it'll be for peas, tomatoes, and pole beans. All right, I'll bring you back after we go for a walk. All right, it's now Saturday morning. I'll show you to where I got to yesterday. So I did measure this bit of fence, and honestly, this couldn't be easier. I just took zip ties and put them on these trampoline poles. But then I decided, instead of cutting more trellises, I decided to weed these potato and pea beds, or just one potato and pea, and the other ones are just potatoes. And then, since it was a decent day yesterday, we drove down to the beach and picked up some seaweed. It's down here at the beach collecting some seaweed for our potatoes. We got them weeded today, so just gonna mulch them up. Now the seaweed down there was quite dry, so I did what I could. We mostly made it work. I'll probably need to get another load, and I was a little bit short. Already we got weeds popping up. But you can see my peas are starting to climb already. These are just sat overnight. This one's got little guys hooked on. So cute. I'm going to pop some more pea seeds in here so we have like a little bit of a succession planting. Yeah, but this is all it is to my trellis. So I'm going to cut the rest of mine for my tomatoes and my beans. I did notice I have some empty spots in my beans, so I'll have to plant some more beans as well. Yeah, and we'll show you how to get this up. So first job I have to do is measure how big I need my piece of fencing. Some wire cutters and cut this to 18 feet. I actually gave myself a couple extra inches on either side just in case. And then this is my first tomato row I'm going to do here. My cherry tomatoes, and then some beef steaks. Now when I was burning holes in this, I messed up because I put them all down the middle. However, I'm just going to plant some dill in these holes for when I make pickles. But yeah, we'll get our fence up. I don't think my tomatoes are quite big enough to tie them to the fencing yet, but we'll see. So trampoline poles come in 2 pieces. So I just take a board on top and use a sledgehammer and just get them in as far as I can. And then that's the top piece that goes on. All right, and then I'm just gonna zip tie it to it. That's all there is to it. All right, just did 3 zip ties per pole. Nothing to it. Took, I don't know, 5-10 minutes to put up. I always cut a little bit long just to make sure I have enough. So I just pushed that over so we wouldn't have any hangy bits. I did with this pole. I ended up taking it out and driving it over a little closer. I didn't need the space. It was just bending a little bit. And so I'm down a zip tie. I'd like to put one there, but I'm out of zip ties. And I did break this plant But I got him propped up there. We'll see if he survives. So nothing to it. So about $1 a foot for a trellis. And they're reusable. So I just have two more beds to do here. My other tomatoes, these are my paste tomatoes. And then my beans. Shouldn't take long, but I'm going to take a break and get some water. I do a little work in the garlic patch today. We got this horsetail coming up everywhere. I haven't touched this in at least a month. So I'm going to go through here and try to get some weeding done. And then I'm going to mulch with some grass clippings. All right, there's the first row weeded. Looking much better. So all these weeds came out of that row. And then this is some lawn clippings I have. So I'm just going to spread these out over the rows as I get them done. So I just got this first row done for today. It feels like it's about to rain, so I'm going to head inside. But I've got a little bit left to mulch. We just put our grass clipping down. So tomorrow I'll probably mow the next section and start weeding this section. So this looked, and now it looks like this. And there I have 3 rows of garlic to do. And then I did just take some grass clippings because I ran out of seaweed. So just filled in this little spot. But yeah, everything's looking much nicer. Got our trellises up. Our peas are starting to climb. And then we got our other trellises up on this side. So one for tomatoes, regular tomatoes, and then paste tomatoes. This is a 21-foot row. I should have put another post in. It's coming up on camera, but this is a little too long of a span. So it's weaved. It's a bit wavy, but these will support it once all the plants start coming in. And then I need to fill in some spots on my beans. I have quite a few plants that didn't germinate. I think how the plastic is up. So the plastic's up. So I'm going to put some rocks on this just to give the beans time to germinate, because they germinated fine down the middle, but the sides were definitely losing some plants, and I'd say we get some slug damage down this end. I did stick a couple watermelon seeds in here the other day just to see. Nothing up yet, but yeah, that's what I've done today in the garden. So coming along, now we just have to wait for everything to grow. All right, I hope you're having a great day. Bye now.